I'd rather not spill more blood than is necessary. Surrender at once.
We're engineers. The engine rooms are heart and home.
You're not gonna kill Angie,
Not
are you?
one of us is coward enough to give it up that easy, I tell you what!
If you wish to die, then I shall oblige.
Alrighty, boys and girls. Let's show these Imperial bastards what it means to be a Federation engineer!
Aye, aye!
Not exactly a high standing point.
I'm getting so close. I can almost see her.
So who's gonna shoot him?
Quad. Oh, is Angie trying to fall? Oh!
Angie.
What's the deal with Angie? How does he know Angie?
Oh no. Restricted area.
No! Andre! Wake up!
Calm down, Missy. Quit your fussing. It just grazed my leg. Sorry. We tried to fight him off, but one got away. Went to the restricted area. Don't worry about me. Go after him.
Okie dokie.
Let's go, Claude.
Come on. Someone's gonna have a better idea than just having Angie blow herself up.
Yeah, it's a bit wrong to blow up a 12-year-old.
Don't get me wrong, right? If we'll let this go. Oh, it looks like that bullet did more than just.
Angie, I came back for you, Angelica. Just like I promised.
Right, you know when he came back to the camp shot?
Yeah,
It wasn't spying in enemy territory.
yeah.
He found this out.
I'm sorry I took so long.
Well, which is what we figured.
Yeah.
And for what they've done to you. But everything's going to be all right. I'll get you out.
Forseti!
Step away from the reactor.
Claude, Riley, and look, my little sister.
Shut up! You are Forseti, an Imperial officer, and I am Kai Shulin, proud soldier of the Federation. I have no brother.
Is that so? Well, fine by me. I honestly don't care about anything. Not anymore. But you, Claude, I never thought you'd knowingly send good people to die. Least of all, your best friend.
You knew it was Raz?
I heard it all over the radio. And now, on your orders, this innocent girl is next. You make me sick. A Valkyrian power supply and a living bomb. How many children do you think were sacrificed to develop this technology in the first place? And if that wasn't enough, you're about to murder countless more.
You're right about one thing. This tech should never have seen the light of day. Using human lives as tools, as a means to an end. Only tragedy can come of it. But Angie made a choice to enter that reactor. She saw people's hearts being twisted by fear, and decided to do something about it. She's ending the war!
She chose this, did she?
You were right there
Oh, Riley, you're as deranged as anyone in this godforsaken war. Angie would never throw her life away. We made a promise. She said she'd be waiting for me. That's why I vowed to save her.
The only one here who's sick and twisted is you! Angie and Raz gave their lives for the sake of others. They knew that peace is the only cure. But you... everyone's just a pawn in your selfish little game. All you do is spread the disease!
How can you say that? Everything I've done is for Angie. For all the Valkyria sacrificed by the Federation!
Okay, and the Valkyria sacrificed by the Empire?
Yeah, this you're very you're very confusing.
Yeah, the Empire.
Did pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it's just they're up in front about it.
Tell
Yeah,
me,
they don't hide it.
how many lives have you taken to save theirs? The elderly, the sick, and yes, even the children. How many of them have you killed for a few girls?
Why would I ever bother keeping count?
I knew it. You are not doing this for Angie at all. You betrayed your country. You abandoned your family. After everything you've done, she won't even know you. Do you really think Angie will be happy to see you? That she'll want to take your blood-stained hand?
What do you mean? Of course she will. I came all this way to save her. I swore I would. And soon, that promise will be fulfilled.
Not another inch! Stay away from Angie or I'll shoot!
Angie,
Please!
Oh, yeah, Kai's gonna shoot him.
sorry for the wait. I'll get you out of here. You shot me. Your own brother.
What
I'm going to be
drove
honest
you
with you
to
and
this?
say the whole
It was
Angie
madness.
thing was kind of getting on the creepy side.
Yeah.
Kai, I knew wasn't. He wasn't consumed by.
Madness. If so, we're all mad here.
Yeah, we kind of.
You sold out your own allies and watched as they sank. And now
Yeah,
you're pointing a gun at your own flesh and blood.
he kind of does have a point here.
Who
Yeah.
is the murderer here? Who's the traitor? Neither side is innocent. Least of all yours.
And that's the point that I like about this series.
Hmm.
Like, Gallia, in a sense, are like the good guys in Valkyria
In a
Chronicles.
sense, but there is the whole dark skin.
Yeah,
thing
there's the whole
that's
Darcy
going on
system,
in
like,
Gallia.
yeah, the underlying thing.
I mean,
But,
granted, you
Gallia
do-
is like the most good guy side in this
Yeah,
whole thing.
like I was-
The Federation are bastards.
Yeah.
Complete and utter bastards.
I mean, for Gallia, you do kind of have to play Valkyria Chronicles 2 to get into the whole.
yeah, it's an
anti-Darcy
underlying thing in one.
One, but it is
In
the
two,
main thing.
It is like the whole Civil War. Well, it's not the whole point of the Civil War, but it's like one of the main causes of the fact that Princess Cordelia... Is it Cordelia? Yeah. Princess Cordelia
Yeah.
is a Dartson.
Yeah.
And, like, some parts of the nobility are like, oh, we can't have a Dartson lead us? That's wrong!
Yeah.
They're a lesser being and all that sort of... that. So, yeah, there's no such thing as good guys in war, and it's one of the reasons why I love this series so much. It's like, the people you're playing as are the good guys, but the people they work for
Yeah.
are not. It's very Gundam-esque.
It's very Gundam-esque.
Tell us why. Why are you so obsessed with saving Angie?
Because he's
Don't you
creepy.
see? This is our sin. We have to atone for it.
Just keeping on with the creepiness, I see, till the end.
Yeah.
Go for it, Sadie. I mean, you do you.
I mean,
I
I
suppose.
suppose it's like I think I've yet to make the point that I was going to make, but like if nuclear weapons were
The
people
United
blowing
States
themselves
of
up,
Finland
Yeah.
has launched
governments are
numerous Valkyria hunts
You know.
across Europa.
Maybe. Yeah.
They find girls with Valkyrian potential and take them from their homes. If not by bribery or blackmail, then by force. The number of children abducted in these hunts goes well into the triple digits. Angelica Farnaby is just one victim out of many.
Over 100? At that point, it's just plain kidnapping. How could the Federation allow this?
Because they're assholes?
Because they are assholes. They just, like I say, they're just as bad as the Empire. They're just not upfront with it.
Government or military, everyone has a price. Vinland gave the Federation ample incentive.
I do believe it's called
Money.
the boats.
They shared their new tech.
Quick on the uptake as ever. Ragnite implosion has sparked a technological revolution. And you, Riley, made this massive enterprise possible. During training, well before you ever set foot on the battlefield, I was chosen for a top-secret mission.
Oh, we're gonna find out what happened now.
I was to escort the Valkyria from Vinland to Europa. Horrific experimentation had left these girls physically and mentally scarred. Some committed suicide en route.
Wow.
This
So
is
when
getting
we
really
reached
dark.
shore, I leaked our whereabouts to the Empire. In the chaos that ensued, I helped the girls escape. At least, I tried. The Imperial forces were promptly routed. The Federation was well prepared, even for high treason. I was shot, and the army took the girls back. Only one was able to avoid detection. Her name was Angelica. I told her to run, but she chose to stay by my side. As I lay bleeding out on the ground, she tended to my wound. She smiled and said she had no home to return to anyway. Before I could stop her, she turned herself in. All to give me a chance to escape, to let me live. Had I been caught, I would have been shot on sight.
Angie,
Thus, I made a vow. I swore I'd save her, and that together, we'd go home. Not to the Federation, nor the Empire, nor Vinland. Somewhere we could live in peace.
So Japan?
No.
I know full well the weight of my sins. But I wanted to atone, to protect her. In this rotting world, she alone was left untainted. A heavenly light in the bowels of hell. If it wasn't for her, if not for her, then what were we fighting for? I have to protect her. I promised. Claude, please.
Oh, He's gone.
Riley, let's go.
You see, this is why I'd be literally storming in on the bridge and going, I want to know if she knows she's blowing herself up. Right now.
Yeah.
No enemies detected in the Centurion's vicinity.
We've received word that the escape route is ready.
I see. Good work.
It's hell out there.
But this will finish it. We can bring an end to it all. Marie, put me on the intercom.
Understood.
This is the bridge. We will now proceed to the final phase of the operation. All crew members are to disembark from the ship immediately. I repeat, all crew must immediately disembark.
I guess this is goodbye to the Centurion. Come on, Luv.
Yeah.
Ryan, can I ask you to make one last sweep for stragglers?
Of course. I'll do my duty and leave you to yours.
Wherever Raz is, I'm sure he's watching you.
Yeah, I think so too.
Everyone we've lost is here with you now. Our hopes, our dreams, all together.
Thanks. I can do this.
I can blow up a 12-year-old girl.
Riley, you should get going too.
I know what you're thinking, Claude, but I'm staying here with you.
There's no need for you to go down with the ship. This is something I have to do alone.
We've been over this. It's my burden to bear as much as yours.
But
Please, Claude. Just let me stay with Angie. Till the end.
all right. Together till the end.
Are they actually going to go through with this?
It'd be a bit weird. If there's still another chapter to go.
I know that there's a second ending.
Oh. Don't do it, Claude. It's not worth it.
What is that?
Attention! The Empire has agreed to a ceasefire. All units in combat are to immediately disengage. I repeat, the Imperial Alliance and the Atlantic Federation have suspended hostilities. All units cease fire and disengage.
Ceasefire? You think it's true?
No, of course it's not true. It's the Empire.
Now? Why now? After all we've done!
Let go of the handle.
We can win! Right here and now! Defeat the Empire! Destroy them all!
Claude. Let go of the lever.
Please, save Angie.
Aye, but don't do it in a creepy way like Facetti was doing it. That was weird.
I mean, like...
Please!
Oh, God. I mean, here's the thing. If a battleship showed up in your capital with guns blazing
And
and just
your
destroyed
defenses.
it, just it took out... and literally everything you sent at it has been wiped out. It's like, yeah, we kind of need to call the ceasefire, otherwise we're done.
Everyone. I can't do it. I won't.
I still don't understand how that outfit keeps her warm.
Anime logic.
Sorry, Riley. Guess I haven't changed after all.
Actually, no, you've changed for the better.
Claude.
But still, I don't regret this decision. I don't know how long the ceasefire will last, but both sides have made themselves clear. Everyone wants to stop fighting. That's what counts. Our objective was never to destroy the Empire, let alone take revenge. It was to end the war. That's all that matters.
Peace is a beautiful thing, but it's fragile. Once it's broken, it can never be made whole again. No one will blame you for choosing peace. And Raz will understand. I'm sure he's swearing up a storm over it now. But he'll come around. He always does. Believe me.
Bellegarde's
the
got to
right
refuse the
choice.
ceasefire.
Yeah. He's the only one
Thank
left
you,
now.
Yeah.
Riley.
Claude. Do it.
Minerva?
Minerva!
What are you waiting for? Activate the bomb!
If you were listening in, then you already know I won't.
I don't understand. I don't want to understand!
You want vengeance.
What did you say when you sent those soldiers off to die? Someone has to do it. And if we don't, innocent people will die. You promised we'd end the war together. You vowed to carry the weight of those who fell in battle, that you'd fight for them until the very end.
Right, okay, Minerva?
Yeah, but there's no more fighting.
Minerva! Right, this is the thing you need to understand. A ceasefire usually indicates that the fighting is stopped. The war, while not official, is going to be over.
Was that all a lie? Just hot air and empty words?
No, he's actually keeping true, because if the ceasefire holds and peace can be made, then...
They did it.
I wasn't lying!
Then what changed?
The ceasefire?
Nothing has changed. Listen to me, Minerva.
I've no time for the lies of a coward. Step aside! No! You stay out of this! Crystal is dead. She fought and died for our just cause to defeat the Empire!
Minerva, we're the only ones fighting now. We have to live with what happens next.
And what? What about the ones who didn't survive? Am I supposed to forget them? Forget their sacrifice?
Ceasefire!
But the war's pretty much over.
Of course not. But this isn't about the past or the present. We're fighting for the future.
You're trying to weasel out of the guilt, is that it? All you want is to wash your hands of genocide.
Yeah, that's what you're about to commit, Minerva.
That's right. Once that lever is pulled, it's no longer war. It's genocide.
Call it whatever you want. We have to destroy the Empire. They have to pay for the lives they've ruined. The war will never truly end until they do.
It's over already, Minerva. Thanks to Crystal and Raz and so many other heroic souls. Even if it's short-lived, we'll finally have peace again. Do you want more sacrifices? If so, What was the point of the ones we've already made? This beautiful city will be reduced to a barren wasteland. Millions of lives, young and old, gone. Dust on the wind. Is that what our loved ones gave their lives for?
Oh, the Valkyria, the theme for Valkyria Chronicles is playing. I love this music.
It's alright, whatever. We get it.
Look, we understand the overdriving rage of revenge. I mean, you know, if I was there, I'd be tempted to put Lever because of,
Sorry?
yeah, Isara.
Neither of us joined this war to kill people. We've been fighting to save lives, to make our dreams of world peace a reality. Let's go back to a life worth living.
Claude.
Chapter 18.
Devotion.
Devotion.
Is that fancy?
That is Vancy. A new skirmish has been added. Personnel has been updated. The glossary has been updated. News articles have been updated. Let's go to headquarters.
Let's read the news.
Because we have 2 more battles left. I've got all the orders, so I don't think there's anything else. I think all we
Claude,
get is... Yeah.
you on break? Everyone's impressed with the orders you've been giving. If Raz were here, he'd be high-fiving and fist-bumping you. You're doing him proud. Know what I mean?
I
Thanks.
have a feeling Belgar wants
Them to blow up.
them to blow up.
Well, no, he wants the boat. Remember?
Yeah.
So, because he wanted the boat intact.
Oh, hey, Claude. Ah.
Weapon personnel. Forseti. Need anyone else updating it? That's not what I wanted to do. Glossary.
Sports guard. Grant, sorry.
Valkyria hunts.
Oh, well, now we know about that.
Valkyria escort missions.
Oh.
Ceasefire treaty. A treaty that ended the Second European War. The Federation focused were in dire straits after the failure of Northern Cross, and therefore it so due their desire for a swift end of the Battle of the Imperial Army. While the Empire had the upper hand, it refused to accept anything less than unconditional surrender. It turned down any attempts at negotiating until one of the Cygnus fleet's newly developed bombs detonated in the Crystal Sea. A ceasefire, yeah, like, so the fact that that happened within sight of the capital probably went.
Maybe
guys?
we should think about talking. Maybe we should talk.
The news! Here we go. Ceasefire. Empire remains. We have breaking news for all civilizations of the... I'll start again, shall I? We have breaking news for all citizens of the Federation. Last night, Federation and the Empire have announced that all military actions between the two have come to an abrupt end, thanks to a ceasefire, effective immediately. Further details were not announced, but the conflict appears to have come to an end. We cannot imagine how the public will react to this news. For years, the Federation has championed itself as defender of order and justice. Our position in this war was founded upon denouncing the Empire's atrocities. After so much talk of the Federation's righteous cause, is this, to say the least, an anticlimactic end. News of the ceasefire came along aside a report that the Federation infiltrators had reached the Imperial capital. But why did we stop there? We may not have the details until the Federation makes an official announcement, but it seems that likely the government has decided to pursue a mutually beneficial compromise.
Yeah.
Surely, a compromise after the Empire's grave offences would be an act of cowardice. Throughout the war, the public has called for nothing less than the dissolution of the Empire. Is that why our soldiers were fighting? No, you were fighting, actually, a defensive war because the Empire had invaded you to get your Ragnite supplies.
Yeah.
I remember Valkyria Chronicles 1. You don't, but, you know. And when I say you, I'm pointing to the news reporter. We received no more information after the announcement of the ceasefire itself, but we will report more as soon as we're able to. Heroes of Operation Cygnus. Do you want the honors?
I can do it. Finally, information on the Federation's operation has come to light. The Times cannot confirm the exact route, but we have found that a specialized team was successful in assaulting the Imperial capital with a massive experimental vessel. Reports so far are still unconfirmed, but eyewitnesses' account describes it as a ship that could travel over land. Yes, one of those. This begs the question, if they reached their destination, why didn't they take the capital? It would hardly be an exaggeration to say that defeating the Empire and resorting freedom to the world was the explicit goal of the Federation, perhaps all of Europa. Did we have our chance to restore world peace and then hesitate? The young soldiers who stormed the capital are heroes, and no political decision could change that. Yet, after everything they must have sacrificed, everything they must have lost, to reach the capital, was the ceasefire truly the right choice? Already the grounds of this resolution are being hotly debated across the continent. Well,
okay.
The media really doesn't want this ceasefire, do they?
No. No, but here's the thing. Valkyria Chronicles 1 sets out the Second European War, which is the Empire invades the Federation, and it's about Ragnite. It's basically about Ragnite supply.
Yeah.
The Federation, the Empire does not have as big a Ragnite supply as the Federation, and so the Federation is invaded, and that is the start of it. And that's also the reason why the Empire invades Gallia, because Gallia is abundant with Ragnite. It is like ridiculously stocked with Ragnite supplies in its territory, and Ragnite mines and all that. So that is literally the cause of the war. And so the Federation, it's typical propaganda, like, oh, the Empire is so evil and all this, and it's like, is it really? Is it? I mean, well, yes, they killed Isara. They killed Isara.
They clearly are evil. I mean, we've seen some of the ridiculously fucking.
I mean, no. Here's the thing, right? In comparison to the Federation, are they really that much worse? No. They're just upfront about the evil.
They're just as bad.
Yeah,
they're just as
bad. The Federation are behind the scenes. They go like, oh yes, we're the defenders of justice and freedom. Just don't pay attention to these little girls.
Don't look at that stuff.
Don't pay attention to these little girls that we're sending into a scientific facility
to blow themselves up,
to plug them full of stuff, and and don't pay attention to the graveyard outside of those that have killed themselves. So just don't pay attention.
Don't pay attention.
Don't pay attention.
That has nothing to do with that. That was the Empire. That was
clearly
totally
the Empire. That's clearly the Empire's doing, because clearly the Empire's never been stepped foot in these places for quite a few years.
That was Empire spies killing 12-year-olds.
12-year-olds that are not very important to our war efforts.
For reasons.
Clearly.
Because they're evil.
But anyway, that will be for another time. The ceasefire. There is a ceasefire.
Yes, there is.
Bellegarde's going to be pissed about it.
Bellegarde's going to be upset about this. Although at the same time, we know he wants the boat.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
because he worked with Riley's dad.
He is like the leader of a group that, once there is no war, has no purpose. So he will want to do something.
Yeah. Well, because he wants the boat.
He wants the boat. He wants the Valkyria.
He wants the boat and he wants the Valkyria. I think he wants a pure Valkyria as well, by the sounds of things. He doesn't want just one. Yeah. That's probably why he didn't like any of the three that were with him. I mean, the two lasses weren't Valkyria, but there's a possibility that maybe he tried to make them into Valkyria, like
Christmanthia,
like Chromeria.
Yeah. I keep getting the names wrong. I'm sorry.
So bad as well.
It's really not. In my defense, it is really hot in this room right now.
It is very hot.
Very hot.
So, by the sounds of things, other than Sylvanus. The Empire doesn't
I
have.
think it's Sylvanus. Hold on. I'm pretty sure.
We're probably both wrong on this one, but I haven't really played Valkyria
No.
1, so I don't know the names.
Personnel. Where are you? That's Chromaria. Oh, I do not have. There isn't a personnel thing for.
The Valkyria experiments, something like that.
Yeah.
There you go, Valkyria experiments. Keep going. There you go.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, her. So other than her, they don't have another pure
Valkyria. Yeah.
Valkyria. So maybe
Yeah, they don't have another pure. Well,
maybe he's like that. Oh,
as
well.
far as I can remember, they don't have another pure Valkyria.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe he's like, well, we don't. I can't make one. And he's maybe like.
Because
what's his name from the first one? He was kind of obsessed with.
Maximilian.
Yeah, he was kind of obsessed with Valkyria. So he wants Angie as well.
Well,
To
first things
turn
first, at
into
this point,
another-
Maximilian's dead.
No. What I'm saying is he's like it.
Oh,
the
he's
fact,
like
the
that.
fact that he's obsessed with.
Yeah, I think he's
Not that he-
more. It's more like the power source. He wants to recreate the power source of the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
For Belgo. But anyway, we've talked a little bit too much. Hey, that'll be it for these videos. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you in the next ones.
Yeah.
The final proper battle chapter is upon us.
Hmm.
We'll figure out what the hell Belgo's got planned.
And what bullshit it is.
Yes.
Because it's gonna be bullshit.
Yes, it is. Until then, everyone. Toodles.
Bye now.